Welcome back to the Talos Principle. I'm dear darling, and who are we? What's our purpose? Why don't we answer these questions together, as this time we are heading off into a whole new frontier awaiting us. Oh, look how pretty the sky looks. Apparently we're in the middle of the Himalayas or something. But we're heading off into World C, which I don't particularly know what's expecting us, or waiting for us, but we've got some weeping angels out here, except for they're not really weeping. I guess stone angels is perhaps a bit more apt. We've got another computer terminal to pay attention to. Everything here is red, so I assume this entire world is optional. And interestingly, we have no more mechanics after this platform one we've got. So let's talk to the computer, talk to Milton, if Milton's there. Apparently not. Heaven, hell. Heaven, the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. What matter where, if I be still the same, and what I should be, all but less than he, whom thunder hath made greater, here at least we shall be free, though mighty hath not built. Here for his envy will not drive us hence, here we may reign secure, and in my choice, to reign its worth ambition, though in hell, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. That's... I'm not sure how much I took in. I read it and I was like, what is this? If you ask me what this poem was about, I actually can't recall. We shall be free in my mind, here we may reign secure, and in my choice. To reign is worth ambition. Though in hell, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. That's an interesting last line. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Something about trying to be... I suppose it's meant to be a parallel to our own situation, isn't it? Blake William, the ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from hell. For the cherub with his flaming sword is hereby commanded to leave his guard at the tree of life, and when he does, the whole creation will be consumed, and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment, okay? But first the notion that man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing an infernal method by corrosives, which in hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away and displaying where infinite which was hid. I'm not really sure, so I had to adjust my microphone there. It's interesting, heaven and hell sort of parallels. Well, not parallels, and quite literally direct imagery, I suppose, we've got going on with these sort of messages. Not sure what to make of it quite yet. Is this even possible if we do it like this? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Let's not do it like this, perhaps. Mayhaps. We would need two of the other shape. But if we do it like this, then now it's possible. See? Only a simple adjustment and all is done. I mean, obviously there's some sort of... definitely some sort of... That sort of imagery is quite... common, not common, but like abundant in this game.
You have come far,
things about heaven, hell,
child, succeeding where so many before you failed.
Some sort of eternity-based thing.
You have walked through a land of ruins and
a lot of philosophical things, which I need to ruminate on, to be honest.
Lies before you.
The land of faith. So this is a heaven we're going to.
You have shown faith in me, so do I have faith in you.
Oh, like a cathedral. I see. So in the medieval times, this is very much. I think it's medieval, sort of themed. How very interesting. We're sort of like going through history. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense, right? Wait, we started in like ancient Greek, then ancient Egypt, and now we're in, I assume, in medieval times. Okay, my history knowledge, not very good. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So perhaps don't quote me on any of these sort of things. That makes sense. That makes sense. What we're going through. I mean, how can we position these such it actually gives us a valid solution? Not like this, I can tell you that much. Perhaps this is better served. That can't be there. So this would have to be somewhere separate. You got to be very careful with how you do these things, especially where this cube should go. Because if you're not too careful, you can end up causing an impossible situation like the one we've created for ourselves right here. There's often much smarter ways to go about these sort of things rather than just placing them down, but here I am, just placing them down, doing whatever, doing everything I can. What if we put this on this side, and we tuck this one away here, No, hold on. We need to be more considerate about this S cube thing. There we go. Wait, this is still not a solution. I thought this was a solution for some reason. This feels close to a solution. Close, but you know, close, as they say, it only counts in horseshoes. So really, is it very close at all? See, the problem is this square is such an inconvenient shape for us to actually put things around. We can't do things like this because this has to basically go up here. That's forced. Because we need something to fill in this sort of shape here with a square. That's a problem. And if we do this, we need something to fill in the shape here. What a peculiar problem we got ahead of us. Certainly a lot harder than I expected. But you know, that's just the name of the game. Well, it's not really, but you know what I mean. It's the theming of this game. Difficult problems for us to solve. Puzzles and all sorts. It's really difficult to try and figure out where this cube's meant to go. Ho hum indeed. Should be... Well, really, it's meant to be we should figure out where the cube goes first. But also, I'm just sort of just chucking things out the board and hoping something sticks. Which I must say is not a very recommended way to go about solving your problems. You'll probably have a much better sort of success rate trying to methodically place things down and figure out where they should go. Okay, so obviously we should figure out where these two things go, because these two are definitely the most difficult shapes to slot in. It can't be like that, because that's not gonna do anything. Could it be like this? Not quite. We need like another square shape. That's right, it goes in the square hole. You remember that old TikTok? I don't even know if it's old. It's probably not that old. Probably still existing out there, somewhere on planet Earth. Why is this so difficult? It shouldn't be this hard. Okay, let's think about this. I say as I continue to not think about this and just to continuously throw shapes in. Because, I mean, you might as well sort of try things as you're trying to think about it. But these two shapes are so weird to fit together. We obviously can't do this because we can't carve a corner. I don't know why I'm even trying it, to be honest. Perhaps it's better to try and fit everything else in first, but then try and leave like a square shape for us in the end. The line is quite difficult as well, actually. Ah, there we go. How very strange. But we got that done. We've now unlocked that. It's interesting how many sort of like doors there are around this hub world that are inaccessible to us. 3 stars. This is where all the stars seem to be hidden.
You have come
these worlds.
far in your journey and learned much. You have served
Thank you.
our cause with the truest faith.
So what is our cause again?
Therefore, I
Elohim?
name you blessed and
Oh.
beloved.
I have a name. Blessed and
Wield
beloved.
these, the instruments of our power, to fulfill your purpose and achieve eternal life.
Is that our ultimate goal in the end? Eternal life. I thought that chandelier was half like hanging over. Interesting. Well, we're now blessed and beloved in Elohim's eyes, which means essentially nothing.
Chaos is that which existed before time.
Huh?
When the words of a story lose
Oh wait, never
their
mind. That's this
meaning,
level.
when actions cease to have purpose. Know that only faith can protect you from this peril. Here,
Can it really?
in the Garden of Worlds.
Are we in the Garden of Eden? Is this where we've ended up? Hello, Milton. What have you got for us? What sort of interesting text to read? Apocrypha. I don't know what this means. The Apocrypha of St. Aidwald. This vision was granted by Archangel Uriel to his humble servant Aidwald, that he might bear testimony of blank. I turned to the north and saw 7 black clouds coming down upon the land, and each cloud was a plague upon the throne of God in the time of Nephilim. In that age the plagues were buried in the pit, there to remain until the end of days, which was surely now come. I fell to my knees and prayed, and before me appeared 7 angels riding their chariots, wheels within wheels turning in the sky, and the light hid the clouds from my sight. One angel stepped down onto the earth, and by his fiery sword I knew him to be Uriel. He spoke, saying that the fiery sword is the same thing as in the Heaven poem, right? 7 plagues have awoken in the land, but not at the hand of Elohim. Look upon wages of sin, and shall he send forth a deluge once more to cleanse the land of its evil? Shall he end all that slivers and all that crawls, and the birds of the sky and the fishes of the sea, to end that which you uncovered in your folly? Look upon the wages of sin. Unfortunately, I don't have much knowledge in sort of like religious themery and imagery and stories of a Bible, so I'm afraid a lot of these sort of references are definitely probably going to go in my head. User Nadia Sarabai. Everything's dark and quiet. The stars are brighter than I've ever seen them. I can hear the faint sound of water high above. Inside, Alexandra is recording one of her time capsule messages while running tests on a scenario module. Arcadia is uploading another batch to the archive while muttering something about the MLA program, and Omar is sleeping on the couch we put up yesterday. And I'm sitting here, writing this, having trouble believing that it will ever end, that this oddly peaceful existence of ours won't just go on forever. I look at Talos and Elle, and their purpose, and it seems like something that's always going to be in the future. An ideal to work towards, not something that will become real. I wonder if there will be quiet places in the simulation, places to rest without thinking about the future. I hope so. Everyone deserves some moments of peace. So is this some sort of simulation where they try... So that's what it's all about, preserving human life. Kind of like that library in the Doctor Who episode. Or something, right? Hope. Hi. I hope you get this. The internet's been disappearing unpredictably. I want you to know that I'm going to try and get to you. I know it's far, there's not a lot of time, but I think I can manage. I want to be with you, and on the road, trying to get to you seems better than just staying here, so far away from you. At least I'll be as close as I can get. Remember? Hey, don't be sad. I might make it. I thought about it, and the distance should be crossable in time, assuming that don't kick in before the See you soon. I love you. So we're piecing together a lot more pieces of the story. That's probably not the best sentence. About some story of the apocalypse happening, this sort of simulation trying to preserve, I suppose, humankind. Or what we remember, who we are, and that sort of thing. So this is where we're aiming. Hello, QR codes. Who else has made it here? The puzzle has no solution. Seriously, it's nonsense. Not even worth trying. If you do not become invested in finding a solution, you'll be free. Don't let samsara discourage you. There is a solution. Don't let your mind get trapped in patterns. If you seek your truth without prejudice, you will find it. Interesting. We need a blue laser over here. We've got a red laser. We've got some board-looking gargoyles. We've got a connector, portcullis. So is there some sort of interesting trick? This one's called a conservatory, right? That's not very illuminating about what sort of mechanics is in this puzzle. This is quite an open area, though, I must say. Compared to all the others, I feel considerably less walled in, and that's perhaps due to all these windows. There's so many connectors everywhere, my word. Okay, well, first things first. Oh, that's probably why it's a conservatory. It's got like so many windows everywhere, isn't it? We should try and connect everything together, so we can open as many doors as possible, because there are many doors, Ed boy. Interesting. This is not part of a level, is it? I wonder if this level in particular, the solution actually hinges on what we learn about the usual technique for getting stars, as we had to get a blue laser in here. Oh, no mind, there's a blue laser. I mean, this seems rather straightforward so far. I wonder if I'm missing something. We just got to get this blue laser back to... I guess the difficult part is how do we not cross any of the wires. And that's probably done just by setting it up in advance, isn't it? We do this, get our other connector, shine it through, then get rid of this laser and we'll be fine. Is my assumption. This doesn't seem all that hard. Hold up a second. We do this, do that. Then we'll reconnect these red ones. Because that door no longer needs to stay open, only this one does. A rainbow! Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Oh, wait, you can't see that one. I was like, why isn't it not solving itself? The music there is is very tranquil, I must say. Very peaceful. I feel like this certainly feels like near the end of our journey. We still have stars to collect though, so perhaps not really the end quite yet. I mean, dog, I feel like you just might be bad at puzzles. Or maybe I'm bad at seeing what the actual puzzle is. Whoa. Maybe that's the case, I don't know. For now, we're just going to walk around sequentially. Labyrinth. and see what we can find. Interestingly, we have no tools for this one. Is this literally just a puzzle? Weird. Where does this go? How do we open this if we have nothing to work with? As they say in a labyrinth, you can just hug a left wall and you'll be fine. Oh yeah, we have jammers. I forget jammers don't get shown. I'll have a rainbow though. It's like a sign of, what was it, a sign of hope or something? Often the flood. Just trying to see where we got to go. Okay, so we need to keep an eye out for some keys, it seems. We don't really have many places to go. We're actually quite forced to go in this direction. We just got to be a little bit careful about what we find and what we run into. So there's our thing. It seems we need to get 3 jammers. That's a lot of jammers, I must say. And I guess the entire puzzle is trying to figure out where exactly these jammers are. Now this is the only one we can really go into immediately. Got more guns up there. We've got some keys over here. Luckily this one hasn't seen us. I wonder why the keys look so pink when they're far away. I know that that's sort of that pink and black, like checker texture is definitely one that's, I don't know if we can sneak past you there. For when like textures don't load in, especially in Source games, I used to see it all the time. But now with this, we can open this door, and we can get back in here while taking the jammer with us. And then with this jammer, there's another door through there, with which we can, I don't know, do something about. But you got to be careful from this labyrinth. There are many minotaurs waiting for us. Is it me or is that red core inside you? Far more red than usual. Okay, let's do our best not to aggravate you. But good thing is, as soon as we get that second jammer, a lot more doors are open to us. Because 2 jammers are very good. Ah, okay, you go around in a square. So let's just make sure we stay out your way. We've got another 2 jammers here. Let's make sure we're perfectly centralized. Oh, okay. It was not as perfectly centralized as I imagined. Ah, this is an annoying one because we had to do everything all over again when we get reset. What I should have done is I should have just waited and stayed put until the one which is circling everything goes away. But, you know, practice makes perfect and patience is a virtue. And other similar sort of idiomatic phrases you can insert here. If only their range wasn't so big. If only there wasn't like a mild undo button rather than a... Sorry, if only there was a mild undo button rather than a restart the level from the beginning whenever you die. But luckily it's not actually something you run into all that often, because there's not many levels where it's just like, oh, you know, you just die. I wonder if we can sneak past. Seems like we can, just about. It was a little bit risky, but it's good to know that we can, for perhaps future reference. So really, we just got to be a little bit more patient when we do these sort of things, you know? Excuse me? So where's that circling one? It's over there. Oh, it's going the other way. How very peculiar. Didn't expect that. But I suppose if we... Oh no, maybe it just goes back and forth. Let's just watch it and observe for a while. Ah, it just goes back and forth, I see. Okay, so we had to be... not that quick, to be honest, but... just line ourselves up. Walk forward. Be unafraid. And wait for that circling one to go. It's left. So we walk up to the wall, make sure we're far away, and when we follow hot on its tail with a new jammer in tow, and hopefully this should be okay for us. We just had to slowly take the jammers back through the door, unfortunately. It doesn't really seem like there's any 2 ways about it. Actually, perhaps this is a bit of a faster way we can do it with. Jam you over here, jam you over here. There we go. Just a little bit faster, so we don't have to mess around too much. But now with these jammers, of course, 2 jammers, the strongest combination in this game. Because that means any door is no longer a door. And I assume we're going to find another jammer waiting for us behind here. Just seeing if there's anything, any sort of trickery of it. Doesn't seem like it. Honestly, this one can just jam it from here. We don't need to take that one the entire way. And this one, perhaps we can jam it from here? Nope, doesn't seem like it. But this, luckily, is the easy part. We just had to do this. The labyrinth has been solved. Labyrinth is a bit of a misnomer, I feel like, for this one. Labyrinth implies to me that there's a lot of twisting turns, a lot of dead ends, a lot of false areas that you can go to, which eats up a lot of your time in the labyrinth. This one is sort of very, like, there's nothing else you can do. You're kind of forced in one direction, which makes me think, I wonder if there's a star hidden around in this level somewhere. I certainly wouldn't put it past this game. And I'm not sure if I've really been keeping the best sort of eye out of these sort of things. But there's definitely something that could have certainly gone over my head if I wasn't paying enough attention, which I might not have been. But at face value, that puzzle was quite straightforward. There's only so much you can do, which is really just a good puzzle solving technique in the first place, is figure out what you're forced to do and see where that leads you. I'm just interested in how open a lot of these puzzles ended up seeing. We've got a world out. Okay, we have a puzzle out here, it seems. We've got a connector and a laser, so we need to get a jammer out here. I suppose that's meant to imply to me that I should have definitely been exploring a bit more outside the levels, but I kind of wanted to do that after I solved all the levels in the middle first, and then maybe later I'll explore. I don't know. As I often say, exploring not my forte. I like puzzles. Show me a puzzle, I like to solve it. Tell me go find a puzzle, I'm like, nah. I'm alright. It's just observing and looking out for things. Far more difficult than you should believe. When I'm tired of trying to solve the mysteries of my life, I come here to rest. It's peaceful somehow. I just watch the trees and the water and do nothing. Version 1.71. Nothing here requires the held up platform, which is interesting. Blowback. Got a jammer in there. Laser, cube. Can we jump over these? Doesn't seem like it. Huh. We must have a connector here or something. Blowback. Do we not have a connector? Oh, we can probably hop this wall. And this, again, this is a forced action, since there's nothing else we can really work with. But it gives us, well, it gives us a jammer, and it allows us access into the inside. As soon as we can get a red laser through here, we can have access to this jammer as well. I suppose the question becomes, okay, so this is where we're going. How do we get there? It seems through the fan. I see. So we've got another cube. Ah, okay. We take the cube and we go backwards with our newfound jammer. And now we have access to a jammer and a cube. I can now go through... Well, we're going back through here. I'm not sure if that's useful. I feel like activating this first and getting this connector is quite good. But obviously if this fan is going to stop us, the question does become, how do we stop the fan? Oh, I did not mean to connect that, but you know, here we are. The connector holding that open doesn't seem particularly useful for us yet. Now we just sort of have a look in here. What do we want? Is that a fan? That looks like a fan. Why do we need a fan there? Hold on a second. Where's the red laser anyway? It's out here. We need to connect this red laser to that. No, we don't. We use the connector to hold open the door instead, probably. I guess we could also do this, huh? Take the jammer. We can have a look through and see what's going on. That gets us to the end. Is it really that simple? We just fire the cube over? Is that another level in this level? Ah, I see. So that's where the true problem lies. this level currently is actually just quite simple. If that fan is blowing, I didn't actually pay attention if it was blowing or not. It might not be. No, it's not. Okay. So as soon as we... Where is the blue laser? There it is. Okay, so... Oh, okay, it's not actually as simple as I thought now I think about it. How do we activate this? Okay, this is forced to be the blue laser. That activates this. We do have access to another block now. Whether that's useful or not, I'm not particularly sure, but it exists. I'm curious about this. That seems like a secret or something, but the question is, how do we get in there and turn off a fan? I don't really know. I don't have an answer for you. Okay, so we need to shine the blue laser in here. So that forces this connector to be here, which forces the jammer to open this door, which is fine. But the question is, we won't be in there. That's a problem. So the question is, how do we get in there while also having the fan activate, you know? That's the ultimate question. The crux of the issue, I think, of this challenge. So we can connect this. That's fine. We've launched the cube over, as expected. But the problem is, picking this up means we can't go through there anymore. So we need to somehow set this up while we are not. Well, we are either inside that room. Is that possible? That doesn't seem possible. Probably is a bad idea we sent the cube over. What if we need both cubes? There's not a lot to interact with, which is the confusing part of this. Confusing part of this world. I'm trying to think what sort of threads we could even pull on in the first place. Like, could we explore this area? Well, we can't disable that fan unless you can jam fans. I've never tried, to be honest. I guess we can look into it. Certainly doesn't hurt to try. Now I think about it, the closest fan's probably over here, isn't it? You can. Okay, so that's what we do. We need to jam the fan. Lesson learned. The question is how... Okay, no, hold on. That angle does work out, so that's fine. And I don't know what's waiting for us beyond here, but we can at least jam you for now. And disable you like this. Ah, that's how we get across. Oh, I see. Huh. For some reason, this feels a lot more straightforward than I expected. Another angel statue. I don't know what I expected, to be honest. Do you not also get some sort of weird, unsettling feeling in this world? In this entire, like, sea world? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm perhaps reading into this too much or something, but I feel like there's something very unsettling about this universe we found ourselves in. The sea world. Far more than the others. Ah, that platform's quite far away. Is that the last puzzle we got? We done this one, right? We done this one. Okay, so I guess we'll just walk down this long path into the castle over there. Oh, hello. What's this? A ring? Oh, it's an Ouroboros.
Sometimes I think about the Middle Ages.
A snake which eats itself.
What it must have been like to live in the ruins of a great civilization. To know that so much has been lost. But then I remind myself that
I'm
while
quite happy
the
about
West
that.
sank into darkness, others picked up the pieces.
Mm.
That civilization always survived because the great insights of philosophy and science are not bound to any one culture or people.
Oh, that's very bright.
They belong to all of us. And one day they'll belong to you.
To me? I'll own all of philosophy and science? I don't even know what to do with that sort of power. I wonder why this one's so far away from the others and why this kind of scary portcullis is in front of us. Multiply impossible ascension. Hello, angel. Angel statue is always a little bit unsettling because of a weeping angel. My word, this is a large level. Okay, so let's take a look at everything in here. Got connector, red laser. That opens door. Perfect. We got a fan. which needs a red laser to activate. Okay. We've got nothing over here. We've got stuff over here. Got a cube. See. Another cube up there. And I guess through here is where we want to go. So ultimately we need to get cube, get connector, put it on fan with red laser, shine it upwards to open that door. The question is, how do we get any of these pieces? What thread is a thread that we can start pulling on to actually get anything? This is the thread. We use a fan to get the connector. I forgot you could take off a fan. There's also a cube through there. Didn't even see it, to be honest. With a low fence. That's interesting. We can jump over it. I don't know why we'd want to, but we can. So for now... Do you think this will work? It can, like, perpetuate itself? What if we just, like, connected it to everything? Just for, like... future reference, I suppose. You know, now it's connected to everything. Even though it can't see anything. But we open it up. It flies upwards. We don't need... Oh, we do need to stay on this. That doesn't go very high. Why is that so low down? Why is the fan so weak? Huh. Oh my god, it's been half an hour. Okay, we should probably pause this one bit. I know we're very early into this puzzle, but still, I don't want to drag on too long. I definitely can't solve this in the next minute, I think. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been the Talos Principle. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join the Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.